wanted to see if y'all had any opinions on a couple other things, such as it's been rumored or maybe confirmed that there is indeed a Spider-Punk movie. Oh, shoot. A Spider-Punk movie that is hitting the screens. And Daniel Kaluuya is set to co-write. Now, it appears that this is going to be in the spirit. It's kind of a spinoff of Spider-Verse, right? So I expect to see the same Hobie that we saw in Spider-Verse. Daniel Kaluuya voiced the voice of Hobie in Spider-Verse. And since he's having an opportunity to be creative in this as well, I'm a geeked about it, but I'm also a little like, okay, finally, y'all finally get it, because you have the rights to Spider-Man. This whole time you've been using my only Peter Parker, and it wasn't up until like the 2010s that you decided, okay, maybe we have Miles Morales. But there've been all these Spider-Man the whole time, but y'all want to lock down Miles Morales and Peter Parker. I think this is good. I think this hopefully gives more credence for there to be more room in the nerd sphere for, say, maybe not necessarily having Spider-Man be only represented by Peter Parker. So now we went over last week, guys. Remember how we talked about how Miles Morales is being kind of held captive by Sony because they still have the final installment of Spider-Verse to put out there, so they don't want any live action versions to confuse the storylines. Well, this right here is a way to take that out of the equation. Okay, look, there is no Miles Morales. We're going to go ahead and move forward with Hobie only. And by that, you can go ahead and do whatever y'all want with Miles Morales. We're going to have a new Spider-Verse that is led by our boy Hobie. And I think that works. Any thoughts on that, guys? Or am I alone? And if so, we'll go ahead and move forward. All right, I see no hands. So I'm assuming that means we are all in agreement on that. No?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous for any side character that Sony has. Daniel better have that on lock. He better be like, don't put your jelly on my peanut butter. I don't want your peanut butter in my chocolate. None of that shit. Like, if he's got a good story going, shut up.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
I mean, you could have said peanut butter on your chocolate. You was like, in my chocolate. I'm sorry.
I don't.
The way my mind works.
Got me all hungry.
And I'm sorry. I apologize. But I really think that he better have an ironclad contract with who can tell him what to do with this. He better have the dudes from Into the Spider-Verse involved to make this shit pop. He can't, baby. Sony will fuck you up. They will fuck up a good thing repeatedly. So I really hope he means what the fuck he says when it comes to making this movie or making this animated movie about Hobie.
Agree.
Hobie is gold. Hobie can do no wrong. At this exact moment in time, you can write your own check. So I wish him the best.
Let me read story. Let me read what the caption says for the listeners. It says Spider-Punk. This is from the source is Black Geek Squad. Shout out to them. Spider-Punk is getting his own movie. Daniel Kaluuya is not just voicing him; he's co-writing the script. Sony's Picture Animation is officially developing a Spider-Punk animated feature with Kaluuya teaming up with Ajon Singh, primetime, to write the story. No plot details yet, but considering Hobie Brown stole every scene in Across the Spider-Verse, the spinoff has potential to shift the multiverse all over again. I'm starting to get that vibe when I see Daniel Kaluuya is teaming up to write the story. Yeah, that does kind of give me a little bit of pause. Like, did he write the first story?
No.
Why does he need? Can he just voice it? Like, why does he? I mean, maybe not shit on Daniel Kaluuya's creativity. All right, yeah, maybe he's yeah.
I'm the last person to ask, but I feel like he has some form of writing experience. I just don't know where. But it's not like he's solely writing it. He clearly has help. He might be giving his input, because I think he did a lot of he gave a lot of input on the character when he was doing Into the Spider-Verse too.
Oh, did he?
I'm pretty sure he did. Like he wasn't just reading the lines for the sake of reading the lines. I think he gave a little bit of his own personality.
I heard that too.
I could be wrong. Look, that's why I'm saying I don't know, because I refer to you.
I heard that he did have some influence on the vernacular because he was British. But what do you know, Ant?
Just Googling real quick. My man has some writing credits. Daniel Kaluuya. He's written for this TV series Skins in 2008. He wrote 2 episodes. He wrote a couple of short films, The Swarm, 2 Single Beds, and I think this might be a full feature film he wrote called The Kitchen in 2023. And that was one that he co-directed with Kibwe Tavares. And so this one came out in 2023. He did writing a directorial debut. Now the co-writer go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is that the movie with old girl? I don't know if it's not Viola Davis, but it's the chick from The Handmaid's Tale and somebody else.
Girl. The one girl who used to be in the Wayans Brothers movies.
So it stars
and then one comedian chick.
Well, I think the moral of the story is that this ain't his first rodeo, right? I mean,
this ain't his first rodeo. rodeo. And the co-writer Ajan Singh, he has something coming out where he's writing a film starring Robert Pattinson and Sean Bridgers. So they're active right now. So they've got some potential. Now, if they come at this kind of like Big Sean came at this, like, I know the comics, bro, then I'm going to be okay. My thing is that I'm going to be 100 with you. This is one of those few Spider characters I'm ashamed to admit I'm not that familiar with. I don't really know much about his backstory other than I think he gave us a little bit of insight in the film. Like, he's one of those characters that lives in some sort of oppressive London, and he's an anarchist, and he's rebelling against the system. That's all I really know about his character. So I'm curious for anyone who's read the comics, for any of y'all who knows his story, what can I get excited about?
Well, the version of Hobie Brown that we meet in Spider-Verse isn't the version of Hobie Brown that we were introduced to in the comics. Hobie Brown originally in the comic book was the Prowler. He was Aaron Davis. Before Aaron Davis was given the Prowler role, Hobie Brown would go around in a self-made Spider-Man suit that he made for himself because he thought he was supposed to be Spider-Man. And then that wasn't working out because, the world of Spider-Man, if you're a Spider-Man fan, just because you're the hero doesn't mean that your life is great, right? So he decides, all right, fine. He keeps trying to do good, but he keeps having problems with the police. So he decides to use his tech to, for other things. Now, in the Spider-Verse model, they changed Hobie Brown to a Spider-Man variant, essentially, which is not the way he was in the comics. Him and Spider-Man did not necessarily work together. In fact, they were not related at all. And now Hobie Brown is essentially Spider-Man. So the version of Spider-Man that he's going to write about is not one that has a rich source material history to pull from. So you'll be just as surprised as a lot of us. But one thing that is correct, as it said in one of these captions, is that Hobie Brown stole the show in Spider-Verse for a lot of people. So it's not necessarily too difficult of a decision to make for them to go ahead and give Hobie Brown his own spectacle. As for whether or not it should be a movie, I don't know. Might be a little bit of a misstep, in my opinion. This is a perfect opportunity to launch a 10-episode series based on Hobie Brown. But who am I? Just some dude that likes to watch these types of things, right? So I'm not going to tell y'all what works and what doesn't, although I will tell you I would definitely watch that.